In today's video, we will discuss about relation between beta and gamma function, and we will start from the definition of beta function. So the integral from 0 to 1 x to the power m minus 1 and 1 minus x to the power n minus 1. So basically this is a beta function and we denote it by bmn, where this m and n are positive rational numbers. So we can write it as this. And suppose if you want to change the variable, like instead of x I'm writing y, and here it will be 1 minus y. So I'm changing the power to, like, it is n minus 1 and this will be m minus 1, and integral will be from 0 to 1. So we can write this integral as bnm. Okay, so if you're changing the position of bmn, you have to change this also. And this integral is also known as Euler's first integral. If I talk about Euler's second integral, so second one is gamma function. So you just have to remember this. Moving on, the properties of beta function. First property is bmn is equals to bnm, which I just told you. Like according to the definition, this is beta function and I'm replacing x by 1 minus y. So instead of x, 1 minus y, and over here it will be this. 1 and 1 will get cancelled and it will be positive y to the power n minus 1, and here it will be as it is. So we can denote it by bnm, which is equals to this. Second property is bmn is equals to bm plus 1. One time you have to add in this in m, and second time you have to add in n plus 1. So I'm skipping the proof part because our main focus is on the relationship. Second is alternating form of beta function. It is very important actually. This form is very important if you want to write beta function in terms of trigonometric function. So you can use this. Secondly, beta function in terms of improper integral. We are going to use this form in our relationship. So I just want to tell you what is the relation. This bmn can be written as this. Okay, x to the power m minus 1 by 1 plus x to the power m plus n, and the limit will be same from 0 to infinity. Now the relationship, we have to show that bmn is equals to gamma m gamma n by gamma m plus 1. So this is the relationship and it is very useful in most of the questions. Let us prove. Now according to definition, if you want to write gamma n, so gamma n is equals to 0 to infinity e to the power minus x to the power n minus 1 dx, where this n is greater than 0. I've told you this thing that gamma function is not defined for the negative numbers and for 0. So here n is greater than 0. First step is we will put x is equals to ay. So instead of this x, here it will be ay, and the power will also get changed. X is equals to ay. Now this is gamma n is equals to 0 to infinity. E to the power minus ay will be as it is. We are just taking a constant as common, and we will get the power n minus 1, a to the power n minus 1, and a minus 1 and a. So it will become a to the power n, which is over here. Okay, rest will be as it is. Now multiplying both side of equation number 1 by e to the power minus a to the power m minus 1, you have to remember this thing in order to get the result, and we have to integrate it with respect to a within the limits from 0 to infinity. So gamma n will be as it is, and we are integrating it with from the limits 0 to infinity. So we have wrote this and we have multiplied by this term. So e to the power minus a, e to the power m minus 1, and we have integrated it with respect to a, so it will be dA. This is equals to same over here 0 to infinity. We have took this y minus n over this because the integration is with respect to this, so we have took this y part outside the integral. One integral will be there which we have multiplied both on both sides, so it will be 0 to infinity, this multiplied part, and a to the power n from here and m plus 1, a to the power m plus 1 from here. We will add the power, so it will become m plus n minus 1 dA. Okay, and this whole multiplied, and this whole will be integrated with respect to dy. Now according to the definition, this is gamma. According to definition, this is gamma m. Okay, so we will get gamma n, gamma m. Now it is very obvious that why we have multiplied both sides by this term. Okay, because we want this. We are first of all making this. So we started from gamma n, and now we have made gamma m in the product of this. So gamma n and gamma n is equals to, this will be as it is. We have just took minus a common, and it will be in bracket, it will be 1 plus y. Now we will put a 1 plus y as t. Okay, so the changement will be, it will become e to the power minus t, and here it will, if you take the value of a from this, so it will be this. Okay, so instead of a, it will be t by 1 plus y, power will be this, and dA will be this. Just differentiate this, so you will get dA 1 plus y is equals to dt. Okay, so dA will be dt. Shift this on the right hand side, and it will be 1 plus y. Okay, after substitution you have to change the limit also, because after substitution we have to see the limits too, and limit will not get changed because of the substitution we have took, and it will be from 0 to infinity, the same. Okay, so e to the power minus t will be as it is, and this will be t to the power m plus n minus 1. As 1 plus y is not at all required in this part of integral, so I am shifting it to the outside of the bracket, and it will be 1 plus y m plus n outside. To avoid any confusion, like why we took 1 plus y to the power m plus 1, why not minus 1? So here we have one more term, 1 plus y, so this minus 1 will get cancelled, like minus 1 plus 1. Okay, so I'm just taking m plus 1 outside the bracket, and this term will be as it is. And according to the definition, this is gamma m plus n. Okay, you can compare it with the definition of gamma function. You will get to know that this is gamma m plus n. Rest everything is same. In the next step, we will shift this gamma m plus 1 on the right hand side, because this is all what we want to have on the one side. Okay, so this term, we have got this term, and this is this. Now, as I've told you, one form is very important in this, BMN. This beta function can also be written as like this. So the only change we have in the theorem, in the relation, is y. Like instead of this x, you will get y over here. Let me show you this. Okay, so we are writing this as beta BMN. Only the variable is changed, otherwise the form is exactly what we wanted. So gamma m and gamma n by gamma m plus n is equals to BMN. So this is the relation between beta function and the gamma function. One more thing, this is very important formula which is used in the examples of beta and gamma. We will see this also in other videos, and I have uploaded many videos related to this topic. You will get everything in the playlist, which is named as Integral Calculus. And I hope that you understood this relationship of beta and gamma. If you have any problem, you can tell me in the comment section. And thank you very much for listening.